kick streams, bro. Everyday kick streams, and we still stream on Twitch every day. Everyday kick stream, everyday Twitch stream, everyday uploads on both Bad Boys. Y'all, yeah, y'all show some. We got Mom Reacts Drag Show for Baby. Shout out to Sony, bro. Shout out to his mom. The content is fucking. That goes love. Shout out to the video and shit like that. But I like to hear they opinion. Well, I like to hear his mom opinion. Shout out Matt too. Oh, this is what I'm tripping.
Last week, the Tennessee legislature passed its bill banning drag shows for children. Actually, it bans all sexual performances in front of children. The bill uses the phrase adult cabaret, and drag is not especially singled out or even specifically mentioned. Drag queens have felt personally targeted simply because they happen to be the only ones who want to perform sexually for children. The law forbids anyone and everyone from engaging in sexualized displays in the sight of minors. We are all equally restricted.
See strip clubs saying, "Damn, we wanted kids in here."
Yeah, we wanted kids in
there. We
there.
wanted to do topless pole dances at the kindergarten parade.
Bro, his mom looks so young.
You don't see that happening. Why? Have you seen some of the footage of these drag queens dancing in underwear in front of children?
Have y'all seen the videos of the drag queens reading books to kids? Y'all seen all the shit that's
It's like a good time.
And a lot of times there's parents and they're like, ha ha ha, and they're laughing and clapping. And I'm like, what goes on in your house? If you're comfortable sexualizing your children in public,
have you ever been to a drag show?
What goes on behind the scenes?
Would you ever go to one?
I've been to one. It's entertaining. It's adults.
I mean, of course it's gonna be more entertaining to women and like, you know. But that I don't think that's really a heterosexual male cup of tea.
It's alcohol.
Not for kids, yeah.
It is not for children. It is very sexy.
I went to one too. I wasn't a fan though. Not my cup of tea.
I went for like it was a birthday weekend for a friend in Vegas, and I just went along with whatever the crowd was like. She had her whole like 20 of us, and I was just going along, and I was like, yeah, this is fine. We had a great time. We had a lot of laughs. It was fine. It was for adults.
Girls trip. Right.
I won't go to one. I will never go to one again though, because now
like that's the thing. And then they think that we just be targeted in the LGBTQ. Bro, I don't have a single problem with somebody that like somebody that like keep somebody that eat. I don't give. It's not my business. I don't care. When you start to push your sexuality and your beliefs, children and personal kids, that's when it become a problem to me. Cause I know what the future look like, and I want to have kids. I don't want to send my kids to school, and they got drag queens reading them books, and they have a drag show with kids. Shit, I'll definitely pass on that, bro. Y'all need to get that shit completely right. I know it's not all the LGBTQ. It's that specific group of weird ass that's fucking up the whole game.
The trans community has turned me off so much, and it's sad because there's really only a part of them that are into kids.
Yeah.
No, I can't be going to drag.
That's crazy how I literally just be speaking facts, nigga.
You know, but they've gone too far, and I'm out. I'm sorry.
I have no interest anyways.
Area now in Tennessee, but the difference is that the rest of us have no desire to do such a thing. We are repulsed by the very thought of it. Many drag queens apparently do have this desire, and so they complain that they're being especially oppressed by this.
I couldn't imagine being like a human being. Like this person's a living organism that like wants to do that in front of kids. Or like would. That seems like a dare where it's like I would never do that.
They deserve jail time. They deserve jail fucking time. Any one of you weird ass y'all just jail time. I'll showing your ass and expressing sexuality. Fuck about it. And all that, and then the parades too. Why they think it's empowering to show their tits, walk around with their penis on all that? Still have kids, idiots.
For like a bunch of money, I wouldn't like dress up like a girl and shake my ass in front of kids. That seems like one of those things that it's like I would never do.
It's depraved.
It's crazy.
Bringing sex in front of children is depraved and sick, and we've always protected children.
Degenerate and haram
from it. Now we're bigots for doing that. Yeah,
it's an asteroid, mother. It's an asteroid.
Since the bill's passing, the media has published one sob story after another, telling us about the horrible plight of Tennessee drag queens who fear that they may never be able to perform a striptease for elementary schoolers ever again. And that really is a tragic thing for them.
Is this real?
Business Insider just published an interview with local drag queen Bella Dubal And this is the same man who, as we heard last week, gave a speech at a recent drag event threatening violence and riots if the ban on child sexualization is passed. He insinuated that if he's not able to sexually perform in front of a child, then he might start smashing people with bricks. That's how important it is to him that he's able to do this. Now that it is passed, even though he was the one threatening violence, he now says that he fears for his life. Here's the insider report.
Stop for a sec before we see him. I want to see this person.
He fears for his life.
His name is Bella.
His name is Bella.
You know what Bella means in Italian, right?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So this is just a freak reality. 99 out of 100 times when there's a girl or a woman named Bella.
Bro, I don't know any.
She looks like she got beat with the ugly stick. It's really ironic and unusual and reality. So now I'm curious what this Bella looks like.
I never thought about that till just now, but that is.
I don't know a Bella, sadly. I know Keisha and Ranita.
True.
It's so crazy and sad.
Like which looking fat Bella?
Like you got to be real careful what you name your kid. Like you got to look around the family and go, what are the chances that this Bella is going to actually be Bella?
In an interview with Insider, Duvall called the bill terrifying and said she's personally afraid for her own safety. Notice the female pronouns, by the way, that we're using for drag queens, who don't even say that they identify as women, but are putting on a character, and so they're referring to the character as if the character exists in real life in the article. It's like if there was an interview with Joaquin Phoenix and the interviewer referred to him as the Joker in the article. The bill specifies that a second offense would be considered a Class C felony, which carries a jail sentence of up to 6 years. Quote, I could go to prison for 6 years for appearing in a public...
shaking your junk in front of little kids. This isn't hard. That terrifies her that she can't do that.
Yeah, this doesn't really sound real.
But it is real, and these people are so delusional. Like so out. A person who thinks that they should have the right to do this belongs in an insane asylum.
I'm scared that if I'm wearing gender non-conforming clothing in Kroger and someone has their kids and they clutch them tight and call the cops, I could get arrested just for presenting that way in my daily life. Quote, there's never once been a child who has been sexually assaulted or harmed at a drag show or a pride performance.
So every time...
Bro, like Mom just said, stop shaking your fucking wee-wee or whatever you got going. Why in front of kids? Do it in front of adults.
You get a child used to being sexualized in front of them. You take away one layer of protection from that child when somebody is then going in to sexually assault them. You take away that you break down that natural instinct to go, this is wrong, this feels wrong.
Yeah.
And you break down their instincts.
It's evil.
So yeah,
weird.
You are taking a child one step closer.
Bro, that's like that's like a pedophile, bro. Like weird as fuck. Strange ass niggas. Y'all deserve jail time now, but the only difference is I think any rapist should definitely get the death penalty, and Peter, they need to go to jail. The fact that they fit, like, why is this even only in America, only like on this side of the fucking planet that this shit is acceptable, normal? Like, why? Fuck, bro, we normalizing grown ass men dressing up as women and doing it in front of kids, and then like, y'all get the wrong.
Or even if you haven't done it yourself.
I ain't got too much to say. The point kind of obvious.
Performance. If there had been, it would be a poster image for their campaign. We would see it everywhere. Now, of course, as we know, these people lie about everything all the time, and he's lying here.
Yes.
The law would not result in him getting carted away in handcuffs if he cross-dressed at Kroger. As much as that thought might be pleasing.
They always say shit like that whenever there's some new law or something. Like, that's the same thing they say with abortion every time. Like, if your 14-year-old daughter got raped, you wouldn't want her to be able to get rid of it. That's what they say every time. And it's like, bro, you're acting like 99.9% of abortions aren't just hoes being hoes.
Yep.
Right.
They always bring up these stupid
99
babies because that mother, that woman, make bad decisions.
Babies to justify one, and it's less than one. But yeah, you're right.
To some of us, that's not what would actually happen. This law specifically outlaws sexual performances. So unless he's in the produce section twerking on the avocados, he probably doesn't have much to worry about in that regard. Now, as for the claim that no child has ever been assaulted or harmed at a drag show, what he means is that there's been no video of a child being physically molested by a drag queen on camera during the performance. Because anything outside of that doesn't count as assault or harm, apparently, according to him.
One of the things that I've learned a lot about in the past couple of years is discipline.
Bro, shout out. They got the all go crazy.
Discount, and we'll be doing it with you.
That scare him. The child doesn't need to be protected from even R-rated sex shows, according to this guy. This is the way these people see it. And they want us to see it that way. But it is, of course, totally wrong. In fact, there is video evidence of children being harmed at drag shows.
Are going to get such blowback. Like people are only now just starting to come out of the woodwork and speak up about this. Now, people like Matt Walsh with a platform, they are out. They are touring the country speaking about it.
Is this a real problem though?
On
like,
the internet.
Is this that big of a problem?
It is a big, yes, it is a problem. They are doing this. They are transing kids in schools. They have teachers in some places able to, where children
that's different.
Yes, but it's all, this is all in the same bucket.
Yeah.
Part of that transing kids in schools is bringing in this entertainment to make it seem like this is normal.
Yeah, no, I agree, because they do it in little steps.
But
it's only this, it's only this. Oh my God, you're just going to get mad at me? I'm not hurting anybody. And then next thing you know, your kid is cutting off his penis.
I got a call today from a friend who we always differed politically. I was always more right. She was, like a moderate leftist. We haven't spoken in a couple of years. And we talked today and she was like, I am done.
Really?
She goes, I couldn't stand Donald Trump. She goes, but you can bet that he's got my vote if he runs. There's no way I'm putting Biden back in, all this shit. And she was talking about the economy and the transing of the kids and the CRT and all the...
I don't know what Sleepy Joe got going on, bro. We got a president that came with English, bro. And I ain't gonna cap, if I was able to vote, I would have voted for two back then because I was just a fucking bot just like that. Bro. They don't think for themselves. I was the same way. What's my... Hold on, 3 seconds. I'm about to freeze, ready? Oh no, there you go. Nice.
Racism and all the stuff, and she's out of her mind. She's like, I can't believe what they're allowing to go on and what's happening. I feel like I'm in the, what did she say?
Feel like
she said, I feel like I'm in the upside down world. I said the Dormagogon would be easier to deal with than this bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like you have to be crazy to be a leftist nowadays, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I really just don't understand
it gave me so much hope though that somebody
yeah
would come out and be like, no, she's still not being public about it because
yeah, even though it's not as bad to be public about it anymore. Like I say whatever I want. I don't give a shit.
We're right, but a lot of people are just now starting to even say that to their friends. Okay, listen, here's the truth. I've had it. And these people have no idea. Once everybody starts speaking up, it's all going to hell for them. They can all go back into their dark little caves where they belong.
Every single child who's ever attended one has been harmed. They are all abuse victims. This is abusive inherently by its nature to involve children in something like this.
I agree.
Indeed.
And the abusers are only becoming more brazen about it. Case in point, footage has gone viral this week of a show called Kabba Babba Rave. Now, this is a
look at this.
Oh my God.
Mommies and babies.
God, this can't be. It's just shocking. It's crazy.
As you might pick up from the name, a cabaret rave.
What is going on here?
What happened to taking your kid to a Barney show?
That is meant for babies. Yes, babies.
Oh.
No fucking way.
It is a touring show that goes from place to place, performing sexual cabaret for babies and toddlers. Here's an article on the British website called The Mank.
I've said it before, and I'll say, I don't get, like, they hate men. These leftists hate men, except when the men pretend to be women. That's the only time it's okay to be.
Bro, this nigga's showing his fucking ass cheeks, fucking penis in front of kids. That nigga deserve to go to jail too. He just. Alright.
a guy or a white guy
this,
if you pretend to be a girl.
Yeah.
And then they're like, the feelings.
And then they're like, come and shake your schlong for my baby.
Yeah.
And my daughter.
I don't know.
Like everyone in that room.
I'd rather
everyone in that room needs to go into the asylum together. They all are just disgusting people. I'm sorry. You take your kid to that.
I'd rather they just hated all the white men and then this shit wouldn't happen.
I've done some dumb shit as a mother, but my God.
Quote, a cabaret rave sensory experience, especially for babies and toddlers, is coming to Manchester later this year, and tickets are now on sale. Our city region may never be short of unique events and interesting things to be getting up to, but Cabababa Rave is gearing up to be unlike anything else on offer for little Manx and their parents, as it's bringing the experience of a big London night out to a popular social club this October. It's described as being a little slice of afternoon delight that provides show-stopping cabaret interspersed with baby sensory moments. And if that all wasn't captivating enough as it is, each session ends in a rave.
Okay, so Afternoon Delight is a song from the 70s about fooling around in the afternoon.
I don't even.
Bro, y'all, that just shocked the whole brain. Damn, I don't got nothing to say. I'm lost.
Know what to say to that.
Cabababa Rave is hosted by Lizzie and Gemma, two performers turned moms who were constantly looking to be entertained whilst holding a baby in one hand and a pint in another. Yes, baby sensory moments is the euphemism that they're using here. And if you're hearing about all this and you're thinking to yourself, well, wait a minute, no way. We must be missing something. There's just no way that this can be what it sounds like. I refuse to believe that something like this exists, a cabaret rave for babies. Well, the footage of one of these events should wake you up to the horrifying reality. It is very real. And as you can see, as we put the images up on the screen, there are parents sitting around with their babies and toddlers, watching as men in bondage gear swing around on ropes.
They look like a whole lot of Bellas, I'll tell you that.
Look at the smiles on these people's faces.
All my supporters, bro. I'm sorry, I gotta.
That's there. Do you think that you're so woke and so wonderful and you're contributing to society? This is what absolute selfishness and focus on oneself and a complete absence of God, it looks like. This is what that looks like. And even if you don't believe in God and you believe in, karma and a bigger force of energy.
Look at this soft ass dad right here.
Or even if you don't believe in any of that, what do
got a picture.
You believe in if this is how you're spending your time?
Oh, this is so gross. Bro's hairy legs, this thing, whatever. This dude likes to get pegged for sure.
There's another man in a wearing a thong and nothing else, and doing a handstand and spreading his legs, doing all of this for babies and toddlers. There are half-naked adults, adults twerking. This is a full-on R-rated sex show targeted at children 3 and under. That's what it is.
Thank God.
This is disgusting.
They're not going to remember it.
This is disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh my God.
Don't judge.
That's good. Yeah, I'm just lost words. I don't got tape. Let me know what y'all thinking in the comments. If you a parent, are you bringing your kid to that show right there? Keep it a buck.
Judge.
Again, these are though the same people who say if you say anything harsh to your child that they're going to need therapy forever. But you could have a grown man shaking his fake boobies in your baby's face, and that's not going to leave a mark.
What's their logic? Like what's their reasoning?
I don't know. They want to teach their children to be inclusive of pedophiles. Is that what's the logic? Like, what could it be? Let's pretend we're nuts fucking Brits doing this, and not that they're not here in America too. No offense, Brits.
I don't know.
Like, let's pretend that we're those people.
I guess
that's not in America. Damn. Oh, that's just the world. Shout out Elon. Hey, somebody build me a rocket right now.
Just inclusivity and wokeness, like showing them that you don't have to be cisgender. You know what the thing is, like, the girls that are like, I don't ever want to have kids, and then it's like, you don't have to be straight and all this, and it's like, bro, if everyone thought like you, the world would be over in 80 years.
Right. Well, it's also you just I've been telling you since you were a little kid, and it's time for you to hear it again because it's been a while. What you want when you're 7, you're not going to want when you're 10. You're going to continue to change and grow and change and grow. Yeah. I continue to change and grow.
That's true.
I don't even want what I wanted 2 years ago. Yeah.
Facts. I said it's facts.
I know.
Even a year ago.
A year ago, I wanted to go to college. But 2 months before graduation, I changed my.
And so the things you want now, you're not going to want in a year. And you're going to continue to change and grow. And so, you know, when they have these girls at 12 going, I don't want to be a boy. I don't want to be a girl and I don't want to have kids. So let's start cutting off my body parts. Why aren't parents having a conversation with them and saying, honey, listen, remember when you were 5 and you were really into, Barbie dolls? And then by the time you were 8, you weren't, and you were into gymnastics and, hair ties or, braiding or whatever. And then you take the child on its own journey and remind it of how it has changed. That's what you do instead of just giving into whims like you're talking about. I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, I'm sure if everyone thought
and Mom made a good point. This is what no God look like, bro. Like this is like, bro. They need God. Like, they need to believe in anything besides that, bro. Atheists, bro, I guarantee you they probably atheists too. They can't tell me that they're fucking Christian or a Muslim or something like that. They are definitely not that. They don't. It's not as absolutely fucking. Y'all know I ain't got much to say. I'm just lost words at this point. Mom and Sonny talk, bro. Y'all could type y'all shit what y'all think about this in the comments. Y'all this is bro.
I don't want
we live on Kick right now too. Hey, the link in the description. Don't forget. Everyday Kick streams. TV2 famous on Kick TV.
These people to have any more kids either. If this is what they're going to do, they're going to create little lunatic future pedophiles.
Yeah, no complaints there if they don't.
And it's, as I said, been going on for a while. Kabba Rave has been hosting sold-out shows for months at least.
Sold-out shows.
Without anyone objecting. Or at least without the sorts of people who would object finding out about it. Now that we have found out about it, the groomers behind Kabba Rave have locked everything down. They've gone into hiding, basically, at least in cyberspace. The website has been taken down. The Instagram, Facebook page, all that has been turned to private. And this happened the moment that these images, footage, emerged on social media, and people, like normal people, saw this. They shut everything down. The organizers put out this statement. Just to let our followers know, we've turned out
to shut all your stuff down.
No, it seems illegal for them to do that, like to host that event.
Well, it is in Tennessee now.
We've been subject to a pretty horrific trolling attack, and it just keeps coming. As mothers with young toddlers and one of us heavily pregnant, this has become more stress than we're able to deal with right now. These trolls specifically have a problem with drag artists and non-binary performers performing for children, which is exceptionally sad, as those of us who have been to our event will know how much joy, love, and happiness our shows bring. Oh, they are the victims, of course, they think. What a surprise. Now, why is this happening? I mean, what is the motivation for the adults involved? Well, there's a lot going on. We can assume that the performers are perverts who get a sexual thrill out of exposing themselves to children. The parents are sick, twisted freaks who signal their allegiance to the woke religion by offering up their children in this way, making a sacrifice of their children's innocence. For some of them, it might also be, as well, more of a...
Have my baby. Have my baby.
A selfish disregard.
Sacrificing their kids.
I mean, it's selfish disregard across the board, but there are also parents who personally want to attend these kinds of performances, and they bring their kids along because they don't really care what effect it will have on the kids. And then for all of the above, there's also the overarching intention to desensitize and confuse children, to induct them into the left's sexual pathologies and obsessions from a very young age, to groom them, in other words. So there are varied motivations for all these adults, but one thing that they have in common is that they should all be sitting in a prison cell right now. And
that's what I said earlier, bro. Me and this nigga Mac on. I said the same shit. They should be sitting in the damn prison cell. if they actually like molested or raped the kid too, they deserve the death. Y'all be trying to say fuck, killed, killed, fuck YouTube TOS. Anybody that's a pseudo weird ass pervert, they killed. They don't deserve it. They don't have no morals or respect for any human.
And we will know that we have restored some semblance of sanity and dignity in our culture when, but not until, we start seeing law enforcement officers swarming these kinds of events, handcuffing every adult in the room, and frog marching them out of the building and into a prison cell. Okay, you could take the drag perverts in their thongs and just throw them right into jail. We'll see how sexually expressive they want to be in that environment.
Facts.
And then you take the kids away from the parents, and you throw the parents into jail right alongside them.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree. And they'll kill that, and they'll put it into this whole situation. They'll put it into all of that.
That's how we have to respond.
Yep.
Yes.
Because these perverts are not going to stop on their own. They will only get more brazen. We have to stop them aggressively.
I love that he's doing this.
Bro,
I love that he's out here. This guy must need 24/7 like retired special forces as his security.
This guy, what are the soy people gonna do?
No.
Shout out Matt though, bro. He devote all his time and all his energy into making, putting an end to all this bullshit so kids can actually go to school and, get a education.
A lot of nuts. You don't have to. There are a lot of nuts.
And that's why we need every Republican presidential candidate in 2024 to promise a federal ban on these child drag shows.
Yep.
Okay, kids in Tennessee are protected now, but all children deserve the same protection. We cannot be satisfied with a few legislative victories in a few states. Those are very good. Those are good things. That's a step, but it's only a step in the process. And just as the ban on child gender transitions must go federal, so must the law against this kind of degeneracy. The other side, they're only getting more bold, more brazen, more extreme. We have to meet them with that same energy. An absolute
put a standard
zero tolerance policy.
It's so funny. I was talking with me and my friends about like the transgender shit. We were all saying how like in high school we were all like not more like pro it, but like just like completely fine with it. Like it's totally, it's all cool. Like
it's like nobody really give a fuck like that. They like that they want to change their wee into vagina. Nobody gives a fuck. That ain't our problem. Don't care. But it's the fact that they pushing their sexuality on kids. Throwing me up.
When they shove it down your throat nonstop, you come to think like this is the new reality, this is the norm, like it's okay. And then once you leave and you start like watching different type of content and interacting with different people, and then you look at it again and you're like, none of this makes any sense. And like this is what they were shoving down our throats in school. It's very interesting to see like the mindset changes, and even like some of my more liberal friends coming out of high school.
I'm glad that your generation is seeing it. But I told you I
grew
up in Brooklyn, right? We went into the city all the time. We were always, and you drove through the Village, man, and there were dudes in dresses just walking down the street. It was normal. It was always there. So I saw it from the time I was a little girl. I never thought it. You saw it in Boston. Do you remember the time on the train seeing the man in the dress?
Yeah.
Yeah. You looked confused, and I was like, yeah, some people are like that. Like, I didn't teach you anything about how to feel. I just said, this is some men dress like that, And I never had a problem with it in all my long years. And now they can all go to hell because now they've come after the children, and they can all go scratch their asses and go back to their, like I said, their dark corners. I don't give a shit. Inclusive my ass.
For groomers, that's the only way forward.
Wow, that was great finish, man.
Good thing we did that.
Yeah, you know everything.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Join the Discord. Drop a sub. Hit like. He doesn't like when I do it. You know what? Nobody cares.
I say, oh my God, there's a big fucking crack in the facade. I read the writing on the wall, won't last long.
Hey, you watch somebody videos too much, they out and I'm gonna fucking tell you have a good day. Please become the best version of yourself. I need y'all grinding. I need you working. And a woman, female or male, to become the best version of you. Be great, please. And leave your thoughts in the comments what y'all think about this.